I'm live.
Bow, bounce, bow, bow, ba-down, ba-down. Bow, bow, ba-down, bow, bow. Jump, bow, ba-down, bow, ba-down, ba-down. Bow, ba-da-da, bow, bow, ba-down, bow, bow. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
That's the intro we're gonna pay
Yeah,
for.
dude, that's
All
that's.
right.
Welcome to the Prepared for Nothing podcast, where we have intro music courtesy of Justin, our
I'm
very
very
special
special.
host, and Connor
Yeah.
on the ones and twos, and me,
Not
Jay,
doing shit.
who just sort of says offensive stuff. Yeah,
Yo, dude, I have a really important question
says
for
sort
you.
of offensive stuff, tries to backtrack, cover for it, and then, what's up?
I think he's giving you a go.
Do you want to finish talking about how you're not a good person? Okay.
I'm done.
Bruh, I need you to answer a really important question to me.
Okay.
How stoked are you about the Olympic decathlon record being broken?
Oh my god, I'm like so stoked. I was like lying awake at night thinking about it when I'm on the toilet, thinking about it when I'm brushing my teeth, thinking about it when I'm on the phone, thinking about it all
That
the
was his
time, man.
fourth
Oh my
priority on
god,
the
the
list.
decathlon. Wow. Amazing.
I don't like how patronizing you're being right now. I feel like you don't. I feel like you don't.
I had no idea
respect
until you told me.
one of the greatest sports in all the Olympics. Like, think about it, bro. Do you even know about the decathlon, or
Dude,
am I just
so
talking to
what?
fucking thin air,
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
bro?
It's when people take decks and do athlon.
Brew, can I educate you real quick, or are you just gonna keep sounding like an idiot?
Oh wow!
Power of
Okay, go ahead,
learning.
Justin. I didn't know you were attacking my intelligence.
The fucking bat, dude. Okay, all right, dude. It is a 10-event sport. All right, 10 events, scored 100 points each event. I know that for a fact. Okay. Homeboy scored a 9,000. No, it's 1,000 points per each event. Because he
I think
scored
so.
a 9,000.
Yeah, so it's about
That's what I
1,000
meant.
points.
About
for each
1,000 points per each
Yeah.
one, right? And you know, they got some really fucking dope events in there. 100-meter, the long jump, shot put, high jump, the 400, the 110 hurdle, discus throw, pole vault, javelin, 1,500-meter run. Right, dude? They're out there doing it all, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, bang, bang. These are like the elitist of the elitist dudes who can do all the OG shit.
Yeah, and what was really impressive too is like he technically aced everything except the last one. He actually just skipped it, and that's how he got the record.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
So perfect
Everything.
1,000 across the board until the last one, which he
They kind
totally
of just
messed
did
up.
one of those, like, kind of like...
I think it was the hurdles, and he hit every single hurdle.
Yeah, he just slapped him with his hand. As
He just
went
ran
by.
through them. He showed up with them all around his waist.
Yeah, hanging off his dick.
Yeah, they're
Just
just
showing
like,
off
They're
how
just
big
like,
of a
dude, what the
trunk he
fuck?
had."
You didn't even try. And he's like,
dude.
fuck it, dude. Perfect 9,000.
Bruce shouts,
Why didn't he go for the perfect score?
you don't need to.
Yeah, he was tired.
Dog, he instead essentially just went and, like, cock-slapped all of his opponents, you know what I mean? And said, like, this is what I'm going to do.
It's to stay humble.
Stay humble.
Yeah.
He's the first person in the...
But
No, that's
that's
pretty
not
cool.
really humble now, is it? Cock slapping away.
He's also, like, I mean, he's Canadian, so maybe he, like, just didn't want to, like, beat him too bad.
Yeah.
He knew that, like, no one had even gotten 9,000, and he had 9,018, and he was like, oh, boy, maybe I should just,
Yeah, he had an earpiece straight to Trudeau, who was just like, keep it low profile.
Oh boy, I won't want anybody to be
Hey.
mad at me.
I hate to
boy,
offend
sorry.
any of these guys.
Sorry
Anybody
about
here?
that, boys. Looks like I did the best. Sorry, boys. Looks like I did
Oh,
the
boy,
best.
today, do you even know who the best Pakistani decathlon person is?
No, man. But the
Really?
only one with the Olympic medal shot I know is the javelin throw guy. Yeah, he's
You got
number
a
one so
javelin.
far. His
You got a
performance is
javelin
on
throw guy.
Saturday.
His performance.
Yeah, and we had an 18-year-old body lifter that did like fifth, which is
That's
pretty
kind of
good.
tight.
He's 18.
Yeah, not bad. 5th in the world.
And then there was like a women's runner, and then she kind of came in last. But it's
Janae, I'm
cool.
really
She's
upset
kind of
at you
cute
actually
though.
right now. I just did some real basic research. You know. You have Google, right?
Cool. No, we have the
Cool.
Pakistani
On
version
that,
of Google.
look up Ghulam Abbas. He's from Lahore. Straight up.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, what's his first name?
Ghulam. Ghulam.
Ghulam.
Yeah, dude, he scored a pretty weak 6,700 points in the decathlon for your country's wreck. So, I mean, Scurbird.
It's 3,000 short from a record.
Well, he's not that popular because the first thing that comes up is a
God,
story
dude,
writer.
Definitely not. Y'all need to get your decathlon game up, okay? Do you know who the OG is decathlon person is? You've heard the story, Janae, of Jim Thorpe, right? You've heard this
Jim
name.
Thorpe. Yes, I
He was a
have.
Native
But I don't know.
Native
The name
American-
sounds so familiar.
Native American Olympian. And the story he's legendary for is he showed up to the Olympics and it was still pretty racist. And I'll be straight up, it was racist and white at the time, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people didn't like him, so somebody right before the competition stole his shoes and hid him from him. And he went to the trash can and found like this business shoe and like a cleat or something that were too small. And he won the decathlon with those fucking shoes on and just pretty much talked shit the whole way through it. I don't know if he did. I think he was probably pretty humble, but I like to think he was kind of
Nah, he couldn't talk shit. If he even like opened his mouth, they'd probably
just running right off the.
find an excuse to kill him. Kind of. Yeah.
Dude. But he's a legend. And he also played lacrosse. Way back. This is 1912. Do you feel educated now, bro? Or like you got all.
I knew that story. I just didn't know his name. That's super cool. That guy's awesome.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. Well, you know. Oh shit. I'm back. Shut up, Connor. Shut up. Don't you fucking shit. Sinead, what do you think about shoplifting?
Oh, dude, like, you know that women are more likely to shoplift than men.
Purses, it's easy.
Yes. They got big baggy dude, baggy clothes are way back in now too. I'm wondering if they're hella it's like stealing some shit in that too.
Nah, not as much. Because, I mean, it's like, here's the thing. If a guy walks in with a backpack, you eye him because it's like, oh, he can steal with that. Woman walks in with a purse, that's just, like, common.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you're not going to watch that, but they're probably going to use it to steal if they could.
I heard of some, like, 16 or 17-year-old little 5'1" white girl that maybe weighs, like, 80 pounds or something, you know what I mean? The most inconspicuous person. And I heard from some of their friends that she's quite the klepto and just gets away with stealing mad shit from everywhere. And I was like, yeah. Reminded me of some older times.
Bro, have you actually ever seen, like, an actual diagnosed kleptomaniac?
No.
So these people, like, don't even register in their head that they're stealing. It's like they're mentally doing something and their hands are just, like, grabbing and pocketing shit. Like, unconsciously.
That's even weirder than I thought it was. I thought it was just, like, the compulsion and the stealing actually gave them just, like, a dopamine rush, essentially. And
No, a lot
was
of
part
times it's just, like, their body just unconsciously takes stuff.
Whoa.
And it's not even, like, theft in the sense of knowledgeable theft. It's just like, oh, something on the desk. I pick it up. I leave with it. I just hang on to it kind of deal.
Oh, I do that shit a lot.
Like, they don't even attempt to necessarily steal or conceal it a lot of times. It's just like,
You accidentally.
they just pick up stuff and leave with it. That's how it is a lot of times.
God damn it.
We just lost Janaid.
Bro. Man.
We
Maybe
got
he
Janaid
knew I was
back.
about to. Janaid, are you back? Were you mad?
Yeah, what's up?
Hmm.
Hey, Connor,
Yeah, I can hear
anything
you.
for me? Okay.
Are we echoing
Okay.
for you, baby brew?
Whole story that Connor was telling,
Oh.
I did not hear anything.
Yeah, no. I was basically just saying
Uh-oh.
that, like, kleptomaniacs, like, unconsciously steal. Like, they have no sense of self-awareness to them stealing. It's like muscle memory for their body just to take things.
Janaid, do you remember Disneyland?
Oh, yeah.
Disney World, I meant
Disney
to say.
World,
Disney
my
World,
friend.
you're
Disney
right.
World.
Brew. It's bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, you should never send a bunch of teenagers on a lacrosse team to Disney World.
No, you should never send George.
That's all we'll call him. We'll leave it at that. But yeah. Yeah, there were some bad influences, and there was a lot of
You should
there was a lot
never-
of theft on that trip. A lot. It almost became a game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Who could steal?
I mean, what do you get? What do you get when you mix like a bunch of privileged white boys? Let's be honest,
A whole
white
bunch of
boys.
privileged white boys at some stores with some.
Yeah, because at least that one
Go
other
ahead.
not white kid on our team that was really sort of like known as the clown. At least he was responsible out in public. You know, he didn't do
Yeah,
anything
he was pretty
illegal
good
like
in the
that.
public eye,
Did you guys ever send in, like, Janaid to distract the clerk?
dude.
So he just focuses on the one brown guy while the white kids steal stuff?
Dude, and we'd just walk out, and sometimes Janaid would be looking at us so mad. We're just like unloading our pockets.
Because
full
he
of,
was the one that was tailed the whole time?
He had not even knowing, and we were just stealing mad shit.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
We
I
weren't
was mad.
stoked, and then we like.
Yeah, I was like, dude, why are you?
Just the whole grocery store scene from Don't Be a
Yeah.
Mess.
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
that.
We called it was the 5-finger discount. You know what I mean? So like, whenever we were gonna steal something, we'd just look at each other and kind of like flash up the like a gang sign that was essentially the open 5 fingers. And that
Oh
just
my
meant,
God.
Like, I got this shit. It's like got this pen with a Mickey Mouse head on it, and like just really stupid.
See, that's the thing, too. You're probably stealing, like, small shit, but because it's there, you probably stole, like, easily $80 worth of shit.
Oh, probably.
Just because of, like, Disney World prices.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like a $20 pencil that cost, like, $5 to make tops.
You know, actually, I'm gonna tell a story, and Jay Baby, we got to be real careful not to make sure we name zero names in this story. But one of the craziest things I think I've seen happened on that trip with our lacrosse team to Disneyland. They had this bridge there. It was over a little fake river, you know.
Okay.
And there was this girl making out with her boyfriend. And there were 2 major goofballs on our team. Very, very rich, might I also add. So they are like real rich white kids that have just no sense of boundaries in a way. And one of them jokingly said to the other, "Hey, I dare you to run up and slap that girl's ass." As she's like making out with her boyfriend and just try and run off. He said it as a joke, and the other kid turned around and did it. Ran up, smacked this girl's booty, ran by, assaulted her straight up. Now that
Yeah.
I'm saying this story. Turns out there was like a track competition at Disneyland, and she was like a Division I sprinter, and her boyfriend was like some big wrestler dude. and she chased him down and tackled him. He was about to get his ass beat until Disney security kind of jumped in.
Yeah.
And essentially, they took him and the other kid to, like, they have, like, a little jail
Yeah.
in Disney. And
Yeah.
so they Disney jailed him.
They have a full sheriff's office
Yeah.
because of how large the park is.
And, like, for drunk people, so they can drunk tank them, essentially.
Yeah, because I think it's like they're almost required to because it's like over X amount of acres of land.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
we
this is
were
the best
at
part.
how we heard about it was like as soon as
No,
the
we had
coaches
to.
found
No,
out
no,
about
no,
it
no, no.
because
No,
like
no,
the
no.
most
They
like-
came and told us, and the only way they would let us get these kids out of security is if our coaches went and got them. But they couldn't get a hold of our coaches because our coach was at a nice dinner with his family
Oh
that
my
night.
God.
It was like the only night, and we knew where he was, and he pretty much was like, "Don't you guys fucking bother me." And we had to go like walk up to his table and be like, "Yo, some people like on our team are at the Disney jail."
Yeah, but the most the most hardcore thing that we did that day was like, oh guys, let's go to the Hardcock Cafe.
Making-
Let's
Making
go to the
dumb jokes
Hardcock.
like that.
And then we sat like a booth or two away from the coaches, and we saw the coaches waved at him. We just sat down and had some food, and we couldn't even finish our food. They're like, go.
Oh,
Like,
man.
oh,
They gave us
okay.
the most clever punishment I think I've ever heard after that, though. So, Disney, and you can Google this, it's the Disney Sports Arena Complex that has about 4 full-size baseball fields, 10 tennis courts, probably 6 or 7 soccer big fields,
Wow.
and then a stadium. So, this entire complex is, like, gigantic, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And they made us run...
Sounds like a campus sports
Exactly.
center. Yeah.
And they essentially made us run the next day at practice, first thing in the morning. I don't know if you know, but we called them Indian runs back in the day. And
Okay.
it's you jog in a line, and the person at the back of the line has to sprint up to the front of the line.
Oh.
And then once they get to the front, the person in the back has to sprint
I see
to the
now.
front.
I
You
see
know what
now.
I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just this whole kind of cascading jog sprint cycle thing.
So it just alternates the
Yeah.
squad.
They made us do...
Yeah, and we had like 26.
Not only
people
that,
on
but
our team,
he,
so-
to punish the 2 dudes even more,
Mhm.
made them sit on coolers in the middle of the practice field and watch us do it. He didn't make them run with us. He made the whole team run except them. Because
Because everyone's gonna hate them.
hate them.
Yeah.
The shade that came for like the whole rest of the trip, these dudes couldn't even like speak a word without getting shit on, you know what I mean?
God.
Like it was more shameful that we had to spend like 2 hours running around this complex and they didn't do it and they just had to watch.
And that's like more one guy's fault than the others.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy. Fucking Disney. It was so humid there when we
Yeah.
Oh.
But the thing is, the elevation was a lot lower. So I think we ran like 5 to 10 miles in like
'Cause you guys were at the
90
Florida one,
minutes.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's at like
2
sea
hours.
level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really weird too because we'd show up early in the morning and there's so much like humidity and fog there.
Mhm.
We'd start running in the morning and you could instantly start wringing water out of your jersey.
Oh,
Not
dude.
because you're sweating, just
'cause
because you're
you're-
like as you're running, you're absorbing the
Yeah.
moisture in the air that you're like running through.
I remember when I went, there was like it looked like everything just got hit with sprinklers
Yeah.
like 24/7.
Yeah, yeah. That kind of sucked.
Like you could put out half a cup of water at night and it'd be full in the morning.
Yeah.
Just by like humidity alone.
Janae got forced to watch his roommates, who was a senior's porno on a cell phone that he had like made of himself.
Oh my god. You know, the funny
Waiting
thing too
for
is
his
you guys are probably
response.
like the most kids there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He showed us.
Who shows their own?
I'm like,
porn?
oh, that's cool. I never used it. I'm like, oh, good for you. oh, that's weird.
It was
That's your
also
penis.
back.
These
this was-
poor girls, and they're definitely underage, and I was like 14, 15 at the time.
And he was maybe
I was like,
17,
okay,
like-
okay.
Dude, that's wild. I can't even. We never even thought about. I never thought about that aspect of it. This guy was crazy though. And this was also back in like 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So showing somebody a video on your phone, you got to remember this isn't
Like a
like
flip phone.
yeah, this isn't like
Like a BlackBerry.
yeah, you maybe your Palm Pilot or something. You know.
want to see this porno I filmed on my BlackBerry?
Yeah, dude, it's all fucking grainy and pixelated as shit, probably.
I'm trying to think. Was the iPod Touch even out at that time? When did the iPod Touch come out?
Yeah, I was in like, oh, I don't know about the Touch. I thought I was in like middle school, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like the Touch was like 08.
I think the Nano came out at that point. The Nano.
Why'd you say it like that, dude?
The Nano.
The Nano. Oh,
I
sometimes when
was
you talk
stretching.
about Apple products, you just fucking really stand for it. So I thought you were being like, yeah, the Nano. Hey, bruh.
Zoom gang.
Put the... Dude. Zunes were tight.
Bro, you want to see this porno I filmed on my Zoom?
Oh, my God.
The most like 2007 statement, man.
Do you remember our friends that had Zunes back in the day, Janaid, and how much they would all try and convince us that, like, the Zune platform of paying for the subscription to be able to... Dude, that's OG Spotify now that I think about it.
Yeah.
The Zune was $5, and you pretty much got the entire Zune library.
And you paid for the library, not the device.
Not the individual content. So you
Right.
paid a monthly subscription and not for each song.
I don't
So people were like,
understand
why would you pay $5? And they were like, why are you
Oh,
paying...
you know why? Because LimeWire was still a thing.
Yeah.
So there was no reason to pay for music.
Yeah.
I bet you if they like brought it back after the death of LimeWire, it probably would have picked
That's
up.
OG Spotify.
It
and
really is.
Pandora and stuff.
Yeah,
Zune
no,
really was.
subscription radio service, essentially.
Yeah.
Like music streaming.
And you could just, and as long as you kept paying for the subscription, it would like be on your device. And if you didn't pay your subscription, all of a sudden your device kind of like shut it off.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's MP3 fucking Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
Zune Gain I had one for a little while. I won't lie.
But did
I
you
didn't
need like
really get it.
internet access all the time for it?
Only when you wanted to download the songs.
Oh, okay. So it was kind of like that way with Spotify too.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Sinead doesn't know though.
No, I was
Yeah, Zunes
Really?
kind of sucked
Brew. What are you saying?
because they like stopped working. They like deactivated the service, and people who spent all that money just like lost all their shit because they just deactivated the
same thing
service.
happened to MySpace, dog. Same thing will happen to everywhere one day.
Yeah, but imagine paying $5 a month for like the
Bro,
2
wait
years
till
that it was
YouTube
on.
crashes one day and like deletes everyone's shit.
Dude, I still remember the biggest thing was
Dude, YouTube is very, very big, and it'll take like a big
Don't hit me with
mismanagement for it to fail.
Don't do that to me right now, Janaid. Don't do that to me.
you're being hopeful, Janaid.
What? I have an
don't do that on
opinion.
our podcast. You're
Janaid-
supposed to agree with me in what I'm saying.
Janaid, are you familiar
God
with
damn
the Halo 2 servers strike? When they tried to keep the
Remind me
it was
of
when
this.
they announced that they were going to officially close the multiplayer servers for Halo 2 off Xbox Live, and a bunch of people in like protest basically like got onto a multiplayer match and then just tried to ride out the match in like custom games with no time limit for as long as physically possible,
Oh,
because it's like they can't close
an active game.
the
essentially.
service if the game is still active. And they like Halo 2 eventually just like basically went in and is like, look, what you're doing is admirable, but we can't prevent it. Like we can't keep the server open for you 20 people, so we're just gonna crash your internet real quick. And just basically crashed all their connections from the server, so that way
the plug.
it unplugged all of them, and then they could just pull the plug. But they kept it going for like 2 days past the
That's dope,
the
dude.
date when it was supposed to close.
That's like a neutral anarchy. You know what I mean? It's like a little
It was a sit-in.
chaotic neutral. You know?
Yeah,
what
it was
I mean?
basically a video game sit-in.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, filibuster.
Yeah.
I like that, dude. I want to get back to a Disney thing. Junaid, we're talking about just magical lands and worlds all day today.
Oh yeah, it reminded me of the sexy bees from last episode that we talked about. I saw the first episode and it was really funny.
You
I like-
liking it, bro?
There was a one UK guy, and he just started crying.
I know what he's talking about.
It was pretty funny. The guy just started crying. He's like,
Yeah.
"They're so happy together. When will I find love?"
Love it, dude. I fucking love it. I need to watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I think it's only like 6 episodes or something.
Fuck yeah, I'm watching it. I'm
Yeah.
stoked.
Yeah.
You take
Okay.
us to this next one.
So, when you guys think of the average Disney fan, what age demographic would you say?
12.
12?
Or maybe like 8. 8 to 12.
All right, Junaid, what do you think?
Dude, like Disney is so big. Would you count Marvel in
I
the
think just
Disney and
say
Star
your
Wars?
average Disneyland guest. How about
Disneyland guess, yeah. Not Disney in general. We're talking Disneyland
Oh.
World. The amusement parks.
Dude, I would honestly say
that? 20s? Okay.
20s.
He's not too far off, but you're actually
Yeah.
both low. Surveys or statistics from ticket sales came out and found that the adult ticket to child ticket ratio is about a 1 to 6,
Whoa.
as in one child to every 6 adults that enter Disney parks.
It's not even like 15% kids.
It's actually 30% adults without kids.
That's way doper. I
Yeah.
might be going to Disneyland soon, actually. I won't lie. And I ain't going
Yeah.
with kids, so I'm going to be contributing to that.
There you
number.
go. But they found that, yeah, the average age of these people is about in their 30s. So it's either like...
That's when you can afford it, though. Let's be honest.
It's true. It's true.
You either got to be 30 and with kids and you're taking your kids. Mm-hmm. Or not many 20... I don't know many 20-year-olds unless they're like Disney nerds
Yeah.
that are going.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah. I mean...
Ah, that's weird, dude. Mm-hmm. What, have you ever been, Junaid?
Yeah, I mean, I know a few like Disney nerds, and they're like in their 30s. They're like, "Yeah, we're going to Disney World."
My girlfriend has an
Yeah.
aunt that elected to work at like the Disney store outlet in one of the malls in Las Vegas.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's how much of a fan she was, and it's just like, why not go for like one of the parks at least or something?
Yeah.
But then it's just like, you can't afford to live in California off a Disneyland salary.
No way.
No, because it's basically a little over minimum wage.
Right.
You get like some benefits, but it's just over minimum wage.
Right. Junaid, what's the name of that Philly cheesesteak place that we went to that we almost got in trouble for?
The Earl of
I
Sandwich.
know that place.
Dude, in Epcot Center. There's
Yeah.
the Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah.
And we got these cards because, like, Disney does this crazy thing for a lot of different sports where you, like, pay to use their facilities for the week and they set you up with a few games in, like, a tournament style
Yeah.
thing. And then for the rest of the day, they give you this card that's full of, like, half-day passes or
Yeah.
something. And we all had a bunch, like, right at the very end of the trip that we hadn't used. There was one night we were like, all right, the park closes in, like, an hour and a half. We want Earl of Sandwich. We got to be back for curfew. And, like, we ended up just getting, like, stuck on the buses. And we got there, and my bitch ass bailed. I was like, I'm not getting in trouble. And I turned around and just wrote it right back. But I told Junaid, like, if you're gonna risk this, dude, you gotta give me a sandwich. And like literally seconds before our curfew for this team, Junaid knocks on my door and I open it and he just like chucks a sandwich in my face, not angrily, just like
Here's your
quickly
sandwich.
tosses it and then just sprints off into the abyss back to his room.
God.
It was some dang sandwich though.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I was like, I gave the sandwich. I was like, did Coach come yet? They're like, no, not yet. I'm like, okay, I'm coming. And literally like minutes after I enter my room, I'm like, they're like, where'd you get that sandwich? I was like, I got the
Back before you
sandwich.
couldn't like a DoorDash it or something, you know, like
In 2007.
yeah, dude.
Oh, I got it in the lobby.
I'm looking at their website right now. I know this sounds lame, but like, I wonder. I heard of this company on another podcast that's like, you can order food from all across the country.
Okay.
So you can order like deep dish pizzas that are made from Chicago pizzerias and Philly cheesesteaks from Philly. And it's essentially like Grubhub or something, but they send it across the nation. Some of them are fresh, some of them are frozen.
I was gonna say, it's like, I feel it needs to be frozen.
Yeah, a lot of them are, so that you just like reheat it,
Yeah.
essentially.
Because I would not want to have fresh food sent across the country.
Especially if it's heated food. You know,
Yeah,
it needs to be
especially.
heated by you. But it's made by like the people in those local areas, and
Yeah.
they ship like overnight.
It's gotta be.
In
So
these
I
little-
can't imagine the shipping's that cheap then.
No, it's expensive. It's
Yeah.
like a bougie service.
Yeah,
that,
it's gotta be. You've decided you want New York style wings in California tonight.
Yes, it's rich actors and
Yeah.
comedians on their podcasts who are talking about trying this out. You know what I mean? So
It's the people that have elected not to fly to New York, but to have New York fly to them.
yes. But dude, I kind of want to do that with some fucking Earl of Sandwich.
God, that'd be good.
Order now.
Hey, what's this Chris Chan stuff?
What's this?
Hey, he's asking about Chris Chan.
Oh, we're gonna go there today. We can do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We can do it. We're gonna do it next time, but we'll do it today.
Let's do it.
Do you know who Chris Chan is, Junaid?
I heard some weird stuff online that he like molested
You
his
know what?
mother.
Hold on. I'm gonna hand the floor over. I think here. Connor did a great little synopsis earlier. Maybe we can give to people who aren't familiar
Yeah.
the kind of basics of who he is and what's going on.
So the general TLDR of Chris Chan, because understand there is like 50-part, 1 hour piece documentaries on YouTube about this guy. That's how
Yes.
much info there is to know about him. Like late 90s, won a Sonic Sega competition and basically coasted off that on the internet as like this oddity since then.
All right.
Some of the big things he was known for is his classic like red and blue striped shirt and this Sonic Chew medallion he had, which was basically a combination of Sonic and Pikachu.
All right.
He had this thing too where he like self-inserted himself as like a member of this Sonic themed band with the cast of Sonic on instruments.
Okay.
He was super religious. So
Weird.
Like a combination.
Okay. Catholic.
Yeah.
He's a Jesus dude. Okay.
Yeah. It was originally Chris as in Christian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he did all that, had like horrible luck with women, and that kind of drove him crazy. He's considered autistic, but here's the kicker. He was never diagnosed because from what I understand, his parents were super religious and wouldn't take him to a doctor.
Of course they wouldn't.
Just weird things like that. But last thing before the current stuff happening that I heard is that he transitioned to Christine Chan, and then got arrested because he went to a GameStop with a blue Sharpie and was caught in the Sonic section with the new Sonic game that came out, coloring in Sonic's arms because they were the wrong color, according to him. And when a GameStop employee went to try and stop him, he maced them. And
That's
got
so
arrested
wild.
for assault.
Okay. Which you probably should. You probably shouldn't just be macing people when you're
Defiling merchandise.
defiling their property and they ask you to stop. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the current stuff right now is it has been confirmed that he was stealing money from his dementiated mother, and he violated a restraining order over possible sexual misconduct with his dementiated mother by accessing her bank account and withdrawing additional money from it. And then it was almost kind of confirmed. He let it slip in like a phone call that he basically slept with his mother, but his mother is so
No.
dementiated is that there's no way it was consensual in the slightest.
God
So he's been arrested. Charges of rape, assault, and the endangerment of the elderly, I believe.
Okay, so before we move on here, too, let's recap what you said here. Too, they had just transitioned
Recently, yeah.
just before this, which
Yes.
holds heavy weight into this.
Yes, because they were arrested in Virginia, and Virginia's incest laws in no way discuss mother-daughter guidelines. It discusses just about every other relation aspect, but there is absolutely no legislation in relation to a mother-daughter situation. So it's going to come to question, will this case make them create mother-daughter legislation, or will they attempt to charge Chris Chan as a man?
Which they're definitely, I don't want to say caught in between a rock and a hard place there, but especially on like the PR side of things, that's a nightmare.
So it's either a PR nightmare or they have to take it to the Supreme Court.
Right, which is like also
Insane.
another nightmare. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
So either Chris Chan gets to go to the Supreme Court or it's an absolute PR nightmare.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just the way I found out about it too is I was on social media and people just started making these memes in relation to it. And it's just like, okay, what the hell does this mean? Like, why are there memes trending of Chris Chan fucking his mom? It's like, what's up with this? And then you go and look it up and it's just like, oh. And then it's like, oh, it's not even what the memes are portraying. It's worse.
Yo, these are pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I mean, there are people that have like taken Chris Chan memorabilia because a lot of people religiously follow him. Like they loved him
Okay.
because he was like this internet oddity goofball that just made you feel good watching him.
There's quite a bit of those on like in the Twitch world and stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
it's like it's a mixture of just like you can relate to him, or he's so much of a train wreck is that you're just like, thank God I'm not this guy.
yeah,
It's kind of like the reason people go on 4chan. It's just
Right.
like, what are these psychos doing right now? That makes me feel more normal.
Does that make you happy, Janaid? That story?
No, it makes me very uneasy
Yeah.
that people like this exist.
I mean,
Like, what
Yeah.
a fucking creep, dude.
Do you think? I don't like. I can't even. I try and think of an organized thought right now, and I get like 36 different things that are just chaotic.
yeah.
How do we get here? How do we get to this point in society?
Right?
What do we do to people?
I mean, I just like that a lot of people's concern right now isn't even like they're not even going to address the fact that they could drop the rape charges and
Yes.
still just get them for violation of a restraint order. It wasn't a
Right.
restraint, but it was something along the lines.
Right, okay.
Endangerment and abuse of the elderly, and like theft and assault.
When he should have a rape charge.
Yeah. But I'm just
Whew.
afraid that it's like he's going to get off from technicality because they're going to botch that rape charge and lose everything else down the toilet with it.
You know, it's like one of the things do you ever have conflicting thoughts in your mind? You know what I mean? I'm like, the American justice system does a lot of things that protects people from just crazy shit happening.
Right.
But then in the same time, because of all those hoops that are created and all this shit, it's so easy to fuck it all up.
So one of the things I remember is that the American justice system is set up in the way that whole or innocent until proven guilty mentality with it is that it's designed, ideally, is that there will be more criminals let free than innocents convicted,
Right.
which in itself has failed because there are lots of innocents convicted and still lots of criminals free.
Right.
So you have lots of technicalities and things like that that just butcher it, and it's like they're not even necessarily unfixable. Like, let's take Cosby, for example. They can easily fix a lot of those by adjusting what is considered the statute of limitation.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. And I feel really hypocritical talking about all of this because I have a clean record.
Mm-hmm.
When I shouldn't because of a technicality.
Because of not even a technicality, that's a clerical error at
A
best.
clerical error.
Yeah, that's an intern fucking spilling coffee on the keyboard.
Dude, I got coffee on the keyboard and now I'm free.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here talking about how it's bullshit that people are getting off on these technicalities and I'm
Right.
like, damn. That's why I could still get a job and how lucky am I fucking that.
I mean, granted, what was the worst thing on your record? A DUI?
No.
No?
Underage drinking.
That's worse than a DUI?
No. Better.
Oh, okay, yeah.
DUIs are like that's
I was going to say, it's like, that's probably the worst thing that was on your record.
and the paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia.
Yeah, a weed grinder.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I see.
Like,
not a weed charge, but the potential of having weed
yeah,
charge.
exactly.
Those are the best.
And I didn't get one of those. I mean, I got a couple of both of those in a 3-year span. You know, but it all, whatever.
Yeah, it's not like they were, they clean slated
Dude, most of the time, once you're over
a felony.
once the time you're overage, people don't give a shit about underage drinking charges.
Right. It's just like, oh, sounds like he had fun in high school.
Sounds like you had a dumb night, kid.
Yeah, I'd hire you at this retail job, but you had too much fun in high school.
Jeez.
We're going to give this to someone else. Yeah, I feel like an underage drinking charge should just be dissolved once you turn 21.
Like, what does it matter?
Yeah.
You fucked up, kid.
The government's not going to hire you because you drank when you were 16. Crazy.
Oh.
Not even that, you got caught drinking when you were 16. And the guy hired that gets to choose definitely drank at 16, but he didn't get
Legally.
caught. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What do we got next?
You want to go back to that Harry Potter thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Junaid, how familiar are you with the Harry Potter series?
Oh, dude. Fuck, I
Alright,
hate
then
Harry
you're probably
Potter,
gonna
man.
like this. So it was
Harry
brought
Potter
to my
sucks.
attention.
Harry Potter sucks. It's just a ripoff of Star Wars.
That's just the hero's journey, man. If you want to boil it down, the Star Wars is a ripoff of the Odyssey.
Which is a rip-off of what's
Yeah,
the original,
fuck that.
like, the very first book they ever considered. Like, the... fucking...
No, that's the Odyssey. Homer's
No,
journey.
no. There's an older Greek...
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh, the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's, like, the first story ever.
Yeah, and essentially just the hero's journey makes any...
Isn't Gilgamesh just Frodo? Isn't that just
Basically, yeah.
Humpty Pooter? Like...
Yeah. But, so get this. Harry Potter, if you boil it down, was a trust fund jock that coasted by being a trust fund jock to then, after high school, marry his high school sweetheart and become a cop.
There's a lot to break down in there.
So, if
Did
you've
he
read-
get the high school sweetheart though? 'Cause
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
he
I
trying
mean-
to fuck Hermione the whole
No,
time.
no,
so-
that was the other friend.
I know Ron was, but like,
Yeah, and that's who.
But I guess he fucked Ron's little sister, so that's
He did.
even like a bigger power move.
Yeah, so it's like if you think about it, there's the high school sweetheart.
Okay.
When he graduated, according to the books, he became. This isn't even according to books. This is according to the books based off of when I Googled it.
Nice.
He became like a member of the Ministry of Magic Defense.
Cuck.
Yeah, it just basically became a wizard cop.
A wizard cuck.
Yeah, and then yeah, I mean, if you look at it, what is he known for in the school? He plays Quidditch
Being Quidditch and fucking being arrogant.
and being like the favorite of the headmaster because of
Yeah,
his
dude.
namesake.
Fucking kissing ass.
Yeah, and who was the only person that didn't like him of the professors was the guy that just was upset because he wasn't the famous guy.
Snape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's just bitched.
Yeah. Literally the Virgin upset that the Chad has entered his
Oh
domain.
my god,
Yeah, it's
dude.
the Virgin
He's
Chad
the virgin
meme.
in the Chad, bro.
And so Harry Potter gets to be the Chad trope. And
With
then
the
of
Chad
course,
wizard.
he gets like a shit ton of money from this bank account that was made by his parents before they died. So he's got the trust fund. He's a jock because he sucked at education and magic.
Yeah, he was like one of the worst in the schools, notoriously, right?
Yeah, I mean,
the
think
whole
about it.
time.
Of all the magic he used in the entire, like, just based off the movies, it was just to fight. He just learned fight magic.
And was just like always late to class and sleeping during that shit. And,
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, what else did he do? He joy rode a flying car,
dude, I would have been pretty pissed at Humpty Pooter if I was at Hogwarts.
skipped
dude.
a shit ton of class.
Dude, like I'm out here trying to do my homework. Like I'm getting lectured by the dean about my low GPA, and I'm out here trying. Harry Potter catches one fucking goddamn little snitch in his mouth,
Yeah.
and now he's the golden pony boy.
He's the hero of the school.
Fuck you, kid. You ain't shit, Humpty Pooter.
Because this is the other thing, too. It's like, once they killed Voldemort, what is his relevance anymore?
Nothing.
Nothing. And it's just like, what? A year later, it's like, oh, you were that guy that the terrorist was after.
Oh, you're cool, man.
Yeah, it's like, I guess it's a good thing the terrorist guy's dead now.
Why? We should sometimes be looking at those people like, why'd they want to kill you so bad, maybe, dog? Like, what? Harry Potter, what'd you be doing so much that Voldemort was trying to be killing you so bad?
Yeah. I still love the whole concept, too, of like,
Yeah, why did Voldemort want to
do
kill
it.
I don't
him?
know.
it's because he failed to kill him as a baby.
I get it, but like,
But yeah, and then this was always my favorite thing. It's like,
that's a weak ass storyline.
how pretentious the Voldemort guy was. Is that he's like, I will only kill with magic. It's like, dude, it's a baby. Just drop it out the window. or
Fucking
something.
punt that baby's head,
Yeah,
dude.
just strangle it. It's
Dude, the
literally
kid
it.
was sitting on the ground, if I remember right.
He was in
could've
a
just,
crib.
bro. Just oh my god.
Set the house on fire or something. It's just
Dude.
like, you can't use magic against my baby. It's like, well, then fucking use physical violence. It's a baby.
You hit him with the Avada Kedavra, and this little baby was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
You're a bitch ass wizard, dude.
honestly,
A baby.
a baby.
A baby.
Couldn't kill a baby.
You couldn't kill a baby.
So now you have to wait until he's in
Dude,
high
people
school.
have to be trained as parents extensively how to not kill
You
their baby.
failed at the easiest thing in the world, killing a baby.
God. Pick it up and shake it.
Yeah.
Sinead's just cringing at us right now, I think.
No, I'm sure Sinead knows. Like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna advocate any
No,
violence against
no,
babies.
but like that, he was a bitch ass, dude. You're right. He was right there.
yeah, like Junaid,
Yeah,
how
he was
careful
a
do you
bitch
have to be
ass.
with your own baby?
I don't like where this is going. I don't think anymore.
Okay, well, we'll move on.
What about Voldemort was just trying to prevent Hitler, and like in the act of trying to attack Harry Potter, he just kind of changed the course of his life, and he became a not
That's true.
evil person.
Harry Potter was the painting that didn't get him into art school.
I want to introduce a new recurring segment for you guys on this episode if you're down. We're going to do it right here at the end. Okay?
All right.
Connor, we kind of chatted about this before. Junaid, you're hearing it fresh. Calling it our weekly fight.
Yeah.
All right? And I want to talk about, in theory, pitting two people together in a fight, metaphorically. But not, I don't want to, it shouldn't be something that's like somebody you just want to get their ass kicked and somebody to kick their ass, you know what I mean? Like, you want it to be, if it's like one fat guy, you want it another fat guy, one athlete, another athlete, you know what I mean?
You want it to be a pretty fair fight.
Yeah, you want it fight fair for the sake of, like, you want this to go 12 rounds like a slugfest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you'll be, like, really interested in. They'll be matched real well, you know? No. I got to
I have a
start it
good
because
one.
you just made me think of it, the very first one, and I've been pondering all day, and you just gave it to me, all right? And we're going to start bold here.
Okay.
Hitler versus Voldemort.
Oh, that's cheesy. That's cheesy, man.
Yes, thank you. Oh, shit.
I bet you there's at least 4 Reddit forums.
Oh,
on
Hitler
that.
versus Voldemort?
Hitler versus Voldemort.
Can we Google search it?
Yeah, you can look. I was gonna say it's like Harry Potter versus Chris Chan.
Oh, that's a good... Oh, well, that's...
But Hitler is just a man, but without all of his support and all of his rhetoric,
third-
he's
maybe
just a
it's like
man.
the Third
So are we just
Reich
like
in
boiling it down to
Voldemort?
his fists, or can he use like one of his
What if he
tanks?
just has a gun?
Hey, do guns beat wands?
I'm sure. I doubt you have the reaction speed to stop a bullet. Let's be real.
Yo, there's not any conversations about them fighting. Oh my god, actually there was one on Quora. Who would win in a fight, Voldemort or Hitler? Damn it, I thought that was original.
There's all the ones on Twitter or Tumblr, Reddit, just like comparing the two.
There are just a lot of videos like Voldemort and Hitler were more similar than you think. Why Voldemort was based off Hitler.
Why was
Like, that's just
the Harry
so
Potter
cheesy.
bad guy so similar to the real world bad guy?
This dude who committed genocide.
Is similar to the guy that wants to commit genocide.
Okay, Junaid, who's your weekly fight that you thought of?
Oh, I thought of Donald Trump versus the grandmother of one of the kids in their little child detention camps
Jesus.
on the border.
I think Donald would win.
Yeah.
He's got meals in him and size.
You can just like run.
I think that Mexican grandmother will win.
Throws aren't that hard to take down fat Cheeto men, bro.
Dude, Mexican grandmothers are like 40
you're
years
right.
old.
They might be like young and in the prime of their life.
And Donald Trump is like
That's
74,
true.
man.
Does she have both flip flops on before the fight that she can then use as weapons
Yeah,
to chancla throw?
yeah. I don't think she's even going to use a flip flop as weapons. I think she's going to go straight with nails to the face.
it, okay? Okay? You need to understand. Joe might do it, but I won't.
Bro,
I'm not
what will
gonna
be
do it.
tough though is when she instinctively girl fight moves and tries to grab his hair,
Mhm.
and his wig just pulls off. You know what I mean? And then like, what is she gonna do? I don't think I've ever seen a girl fight that doesn't eventually go to hair grabbing.
You're right. He doesn't have earrings. He doesn't have
No.
hair.
No,
Pulling out his suit's not going to stop him.
dude, it's so big on him. It's just like you're just.
They say my hands are too
Moving
small.
a curtain.
I can't throw big punches because my hands are too small.
Does
They're
that
making that up.
Dude,
It's
does he have a
a
good
lie.
defensive technique?
He's just big.
fat and with a wig?
Look, me and the military have designed a foolproof plan. My hair's gonna detach, and I'm gonna absorb all the punches. She can't beat me.
Okay, all right. I think I can dig that one.
She's foolproof.
What's our vote then? Who do you think wins that one?
I'm sticking with Donnie.
I think the
I think
Mexican
Donnie's
lady.
got it in the bag.
Have you seen him drink
Yeah.
water out of a
Yeah.
bottle?
I think I kind of actually think I might have to agree with Janaid on this one now. The more I think about it, the hands might come flying real quick, and he might not even be able to like get to defend, like try and even put his hands up, block his face. You know what I mean? Like
I beat COVID. I think I can handle a grandmother.
they're feisty too.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have one in idea?
Oh, we're not gonna take the Chris Chan versus Harry Potter.
Okay, let's do that one. Okay, fuck it. Harry Potter,
Yeah,
easy.
but Chris Chan might have like that pocketed retard strength.
I don't know. I mean, is Harry Potter sleeping? Did Chris Chan drug him? Did he say something against Sonic the
I think Chris
Hedgehog?
Chan would be able to like unlock his primordial ape strength and just.
He looks at him and he's like, I'll treat you like I treat my mother. And then just, kind of
Just
gets
go all
really
out.
graphic. And everyone's like, oh, God, why did we pay the pay-per-view for
Yeah,
this?
it looks like a chimpanzee when
Oh,
they like
dude.
slaughter their caretaker.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter's just, like, mixing up his spells. What's that one in the first movie with him and Hermione, and he's trying to learn how to lift the flower? And she's like,
Oh.
it's not...
Wingardium
Leviosa. It's Wingardium Leviosa.
I remember because of the people making fun of that.
It'll just... Harry Potter's just going to be getting railed out by Chris Chan, just like gorilla barebacked, and he's just going to be screaming random spells.
His
bad,
wand's
just,
already like.
Leviosa! Leviosa! Like,
He doesn't even have his wand. Chris ate it the second he got in
God,
range.
dude.
It's like in him.
Oh, boy. Harry, you're fucked.
He's got glasses too. See, that was the other thing, is they really tried to like describe Harry to be like the nerdy type of like bowl cut glasses, no friends.
Dude, and by the end, he's got like a suave ass haircut.
Well, that's
He's
in the
kinda
movies
looking
and
like
stuff.
A frat kid.
But like if you look at like the books, the art on the books and stuff, even in the end, he's
right.
he still has like the bowl cut and the glasses. It's like they were really trying to play. It was like he's a nerd, just like all the people that read the books. And it's like, no, dude was a fucking jock. This dude
He was the jock at the nerd school.
yeah. This dude was the best like
The athlete at the private
wizard
school.
football player. That's the other thing. He's like a great athlete, and he decided to become a cop. He didn't even try and become like a professional Quidditch player or something.
You're like, I'm the all-time point record scorer for Harvard.
Yeah.
And you're like, huh?
Yeah. No, I guess that's
Harvard's
really
got a
what it is.
basketball team?
I guess that's what it is. He was like the prime athlete of Harvard.
Of nerd school.
Yeah.
Huh. That's such a John Stockton-ass thing to do.
Isn't it?
I want to go get assists at the call. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, we're going to send it off here in just 1 second, but Janaid, I got to tell you one thing to end this episode. Are you alive?
What's up?
Remember how I
Yeah.
remember how I told you Russell Westbrook to the Lakers? Carmelo Anthony too.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate old man team. we got
Damn.
going here, boys. I'm fucking stoked, dog.
Wait, Carmelo
Yeah, he played the
Anthony
last 2
still
years
playing?
in Portland. He's kind of on his way out. This is definitely going to be his last year, I think.
It's the charity season.
Wow.
They got a bunch of good guys to drive into the hoop. They needed someone who can just stand around and shoot. Melo's not that athletic, but he's a pretty good shooter. So
Okay.
they signed him on a veteran minimum contract for like $2 million or something. And he's going to go chase a ring.
All right.
That's all I got to say. Got to end with my basketball fact of the day. Bye, boys and girls.